Well, folks, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's doing well. A very happy Champions League Eve for Celtic as we play tomorrow against Young Boys of Switzerland. I'll pop on for about 45 minutes, have a chat with you. Just a massive thank you to everyone that watched the podcast last night on YouTube and Facebook. If you're on Facebook, there's a lot of you over there. Please migrate over to YouTube and press that subscribe button. It helps my channel grow. It's free of charge. I'm going to see how everyone is feeling about the game tomorrow. We're going to ask you your starting lineup. We're going to talk about Young Boys, the team. We're going to talk about other stuff as well. And I'll try and make it exciting and enjoyable, the podcast, the best I can. I have me extra here with me. So shouldn't be drinking this stuff. I'll have no teeth at this rate. But I hope everyone's doing good. Hi, Keith. I hope you're feeling better, pal. Good to see you. I am feeling good. The numbers are quite low tonight. There must be another few podcasts on, or people are watching the Champions League as well. Don't blame them. Who wants to see my mush? I'm sure people are joining eventually. I was meant to come on 25 minutes ago, but I was making other videos for the channel. Are you going to be at the game tomorrow night? We'll be hoping take care. I won't be at the game tomorrow night. I'm going to go to the pub and watch it tomorrow night. Meeting up a couple of pals and stuff before the game. So they're going to the match. Just don't have the money to be going to the game tomorrow night. Someone's going to have a free ticket, but that's not happening. So we'll be nervous. Be an enjoyable game. Some people are expecting 3 or 4-0 against these because they had a poor Champions League phase. But we're going to talk about the opposition, Young Boys. People are probably just not arsed listening to me tonight. Let's see. Let's have a look at our Champions League results. I did have it up on the screen a couple of minutes ago before it popped on, but disappeared because I was looking at other malarkey stuff. So, here we are. We have it here. So let's click this. Back out of this. Am I in the right one? Let me see. We're in the right one. Too many tabs open. How's it going, Hoopy Dog? One person to give me a like there. Caroline Sharkey, how are you getting on? Hope you're doing well. If you could pop over to the YouTube channel, it would be really appreciated as well. As I said, trying to get as much people over there. It's no point in me popping on this all the time, but I can't get the numbers. So this is Young Boys Champions League campaign. The last 4 games. Beaten by Inter back in October. Beaten by Shakhtar Donetsk of Ukraine. Hammered by Atalanta 6-1 at home. And then hammered by Stuttgart as well. This is the Champions League table at the moment. As if you can see that there. They are miles down the bottom. Celtic are 21st in the table. Now, obviously, the 2 wins there against Slovan Bratislava and against Red Bull Islip as well. 3 draws. Draw against Club Brugge, draw against Dinamo Zagreb, and then the draw against, who else am I forgetting here? What's the other draw? Atalanta away as well. So Celtic will be guaranteed Champions League playoff football if they can beat the Swiss champions tomorrow. Beat them. It's not going to be an easy game, folks. Yes, they're struggling. They've gone through 3 managers this season already. And, well, they've been on a winter break. There's 12 teams in the Swiss League. They're sitting 9th in the Swiss League. They're sitting bottom of the Champions League. In order to sell, they could be bottle merchants or either be men. Be men that are hungry to win this. I like a hungry man when he sees ribs on a plate, wants to munch them. That kind of hunger. You know, Celtic Park, the fans have to play a massive part as always. We all love the big noise when the Champions League music comes on, but it's about the consistency. It's about the fans, you know, getting behind the players for everything. Even if it's passing at the back for a couple of minutes, none of this irritation. Don't be getting nervous. It's only 15, 20 minutes into the game. We will break the team down and score. An early goal will do us a wonder of good, but I can't see us conceding tomorrow night. And that's no disrespect to Young Boys. I just think Kasper Schmeichel, Austin Trusty was ropey last week against Dundee. This is a new level. They step up the game, regardless of the competition. step up the game. Plunge, always great to see you in, but is there other podcast on the same time tonight? Because the numbers are quite low. I don't know if people are just not arsed that are watching the football. Just let me know in the comments. It doesn't really matter anyway. You are here to tune in, and I appreciate the 16 or 15 years that are tuning in tonight. As I said, hello there, John. Rogers in as well over on Facebook. Please get on it like a car bonnet. Press that subscribe button. It'd be really appreciated. I'm going to show you my team as well for tomorrow. Just give me 1 second now. I'm just going to stop sharing this for you so you can all see me big mush again. The mush. Let's see what the comments are saying. I hate when we're overconfident. This is what happened with Bruges. We were overconfident. We took them for granted. And yes, it was 1-1 on the night. But just go out and just play to the best level you can. What's concerning me, Plunge, is the amount of games that we played over the last 6 weeks. Could that take a knock-on effect? And plus, these guys have had a little bit of a winter break and a few pre-seasons in there as well. It'd be interesting, but I think we will get off the line. I think it could be a 0-0 half-time job, or could be an early goal as well. Let me know in the comments if you're going the game, and most of all, let me know below as well. Let me know below as well your team. I did see that. I reposted it on Twitter. So just a little throwback there, folks. A shout out to Peter Wald. Shout out to Mr. Robbo up in Drogheda. Shout out to the St. Lawrence, the Celtic, CSC up in Drogheda. Good lads they are. They gave me the opportunity to interview a cult hero. I wouldn't call him a legend. He's a cult hero because he was at the club for just a season and a bit, and scored some remarkable goals. Mr. John Bon Jovi, George Guidetti, the Portuguese lion, the noodlehead, nice guy, absolute. Had the privilege to share a stage with him, and yes, it was a weird interview. Yes, I was getting up every 5 minutes and going for a piss, and he was like, "You need to go again?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, George. I'm sorry. I'm at the breaking the seal, but other than that, I'm gonna piss myself." So thanks to Peter, he organised it quite well. Got George over from Lisbon, and we had a good night. You know, I remember walking into the place and feeling quite nervous, you know, because I'm meeting folk that I've never for the first time, and they made me feel like at home. And I say this on a weekly or a bi-weekly basis. I will get back up to Drogheda for the game soon, maybe before the end of the season. I will get up for the match. It doesn't matter if it's not a big high-profile game. Every game's like a cup final when you put the shirt on and you support your team. You know, you lose a game, it's like feels like the end of the world. But phenomenal set of lads up there and women, and he's are good folks, and he's made me feel welcome. And most of all, George felt like he wasn't even away from Portugal. He felt great, and we had a good night. You know, we had him up doing the huddle. We had him singing Fields of Athenry, Caledonia. It was a good night. A lot of Guinness, but it was a good night. I enjoyed it. One of the best nights I've had, you know, of being part of supporting Celtic. Like, I done Chris Sutton, but Chris Sutton wasn't near the level of George Guidetti. Suddy was funny, but Guidetti was passionate. He was very passionate when he talked about the way he spoke about Tommy Burns, and he wasn't Fergus McCann's big advocate. He didn't really get on well with Fergus McCann. There's a lot of stories in the background there, what happened with that, but he was a nice guy, you know. So let's get into the comments. Peter, look what you've just caused. Me brabbling on for the last 10 minutes talking about it. But Scott's saying the Chris Sutton, Jeremy Coyle guy. Evening, Keith. Hell, I reckon the players will be mad for it tomorrow. Young boys can't qualify. They've nothing to lose. But they do have an incentive there. They have an incentive to get prize money for a victory, and then you have incentive as well for the Swiss coefficient, even though it's probably on its arse after the embarrassing results they've had in this Champions League phase. This could be our first time getting into European knockout football since 2019, folks. Since that Europa League stage where we beat Rennes, we beat Lazio. I don't know who the other team was. I'm trying to it was Cluj, wasn't it? It was Cluj. The night we conquered Rome, We all remember that night. We all remember James Forrest scoring the equaliser on the stroke of half time. And we all remember in the dying embers of the game, Edward getting the ball, passing it through to Nacham, the guy that plays for Cameroon, and chipping it over the keeper. What a night. What an experience. For any Celtic fans that were in Rome that night, I'm sure it was superior for you. I'm sure you felt like a gladiator leaving Rome. How cheesy does that sound? But I'm sure you did. What a night. What a night wearing that yellow jersey. But Brendan Rodgers wants to make history as a Celtic manager. And if he calls himself an elite manager, which I truly believe he is, he needs to add Champions League football to his CV. And I mean Champions League knockout stage football. He hasn't had a good record in the Champions League prior to his second term at Celtic. He only won once as a Celtic manager in the Champions League, and that was against Anderlecht away. Remember that night? I think it was 3-0. Griffiths, Roberts, Sinclair. I liked that jersey that season, the golden, the New Balance one. That was a nice one. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying the podcast so far. As I said, if anyone wants to contribute and donate 99 pence for the monthly subscription on YouTube, please, if you can. If you can't, a view, use engaging is as good as anything. You know, it's a difficult time in the year, January. We're all skint, not skint as other clubs or other people, but you know, pretty skint at the moment. But we'll be grand. We'll bounce back. You know. Evening, Hazel. How are you getting on? 3-0. Bernard says. I think a 3-0 as well, to be honest. 5-0, 21 to 20-1 bet for me. Sheena of Cork. Cork Bay? Whereabouts in Cork, Sheena? Sheena, Cork is a great place. You know, he's had produced Roy Keane, Michael Collins, you know, Adam Ida, you know, good people. Michael Collins. What a man. What an absolute man. What an absolute icon. But you know what? Speaking of Cork, do you know what I was watching the other day? I was watching The Wind Shakes the Barley with the gaffer. She's a Scottish lassie, and we were sitting there, and I said, "You need to watch this film. You need to watch this. It's one of my favourite films of all time. I haven't seen The Wind Shakes the Barley since 2009, and I tell you one thing: the emotions hit me watching that video or that film of the way the Tans treated the Irish. It was just horrific scenes, but it's the reality. You know, it's the reality. We're not going to be here talking about history and the Black and Tans and Cillian Murphy, and I'm just saying it's a phenomenal film, folks. So if you haven't seen The Wind That Shakes the Barley, please watch it. Watch it. It's worth the rental. It's worth the download. Whatever you do, it's worth it. It is absolutely worth it. Like our boys tomorrow will be worth it. Well, look, it takes the stress off us going to Villa Park next week. If we get this done and dusted tomorrow, I'm not feeling too cocky and too confident, because this is what happens in football. When you go in too cocky and confident, you get surprised and you get hurt twice as bad. You gotta have the cautious approach as well, and it has to be done. Ian Corbett says, "Hail, Celts." Frank Kennedy, how are you getting on, Frank? I hope you're doing well, bud. I'm in 102, Sheena. If I hadn't been for the Tatty famine, there would be no Celtic. Strange how times work. Correct. It could have been not Celtic. It could have been a different club in Glasgow. You know, we have to give credit to Hibs as well for helping us out. As much as I'm not a fan of Hibs, I don't like some of their policies they tried to implement. The SFA chairman at the time, who was chairman of Hibs in the 50s, tried to get rid of the tricolour at the club at Celtic. You just have to give them credit as well that they started that whole Irish roots in Scotland, and then Celtic followed pursuit. Look, they set up their club in St. Patrick's Church. We set up ours in St. Mary's Church in the Carton. So if you've never been to St. Mary's Church in the Carton, the birthplace of Celtic Football Club, anyone that's watching this, I'd highly recommend it. Highly recommend going. Every time I go, I light a candle for my nana. Every time I go, I always light a candle for a bit of luck as well. So it's where Brother Walford parish was, you know, where he thought of, getting them pennies helping out the school down in Brickton. I think it was Sacred Heart, and then I went on to football expositions, and the rest is history. And I think we won 5-2 in our first game against the Rangers, the first ever game. So I recommend it. If you're ever doing a Celtic Park tour, walk up to the Carton. It's only literally 10-15 minute walk from Paradise, and do it. Do the church. Go in and have a look at some iconic Celtic legends had their funeral services in that church. You look at, I think it was Billy McNeil had his there, Bertie Auld had his there. Tommy Burns, God rest his soul as well. So yeah. Scottish Cup treble, Scottish Cup for Celtic. Sheena of Cork, Ballin in a D. Where the hell is that in Cork? Let me see. I know all the main places like Youghal and Cove and Bandon and stuff like that. Ballinagie, is it? Ballinagie? Is it Ballinagie? Ballinagie. Sorry, Ballinagie. I have a Ballinagie. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Sorry, Sheena. Apologies. Oh, it's on the River Bandon. Let's have a look now. Near down by West Cork. Is that West Cork or South Cork? Yeah, that's South Cork. Yeah, South Cork down beside Kinsale. Buy an island down there, Sheena. You can have a Hoopy Island, eh? Nice part of the world. I've never been down to that side of Cork. I've only ever been to Cork City, Drogheda, north of Cork. But yeah, I'm thinking of bringing the missus down to the Rebel County one day. So yeah, good stuff. So let me know in the comments who's your starting lineup's going to be. I know the numbers are quite low tonight. That's fine. It's completely fine. There's other podcasts on. There's people are busy, and I'm sure when they come around to the video, they will enjoy it. They will try get it in. This is my starting lineup for tonight. I hope you're still there, Peter. I hope I'm not boring the ears off you as well. Hope you're keeping well up in the Drogheda. So let's see. Need to get a mouse that doesn't click a noise, so he's gonna all enjoy the podcast better. So Sheena, you're getting booted for a minute off the comment section while I just put this up. You can see that obviously Schmeichel is the goalkeeper. Alistair Johnston, Alex Valle, Austin Trusty, Carter Vickers, Callum McGregor, Arnie Ingalls, Luke McCowan, Nicholas Keown, Daisy Mayen, and Kyogo. Last night I did say Ida. I think Ida would be a good fit for the game, considering he's lacking confidence and he needs to, redeem himself. He needs that big goal, big occasion, big goal. It would help him, but I think he's gonna go with Kyogo. He's not gonna bench Nicholas Keown, isn't he? And then Maeda always plays in Europe, so that's what the team I'm gonna go for. Some people would rather Scales instead of Trusty. I can understand that. Some people would rather Taylor than Valle. I think this would be Valle's probably his last game. You're saying that Tate will play tomorrow because he's more experienced. But I think Luke McCown, I'd rather McCown over Tate. I think McCown, as a Celtic fan, he's been playing well. He doesn't really crack under pressure. I think Tate has been very inconsistent. And I think bringing McCown in, I think it would be ideal. Why not? We have ammunition in that midfield. We can bring Bernardo or Tate on. It's Arnie Ingalls for me all day to start tomorrow night. Definitely. I just want to have a quick sup of this, folks. So I'm just going to mute the mic. Don't drink that Monster crap anyway. But I would be the same thing as Saturday. We'll be fine. I'm surprised there's no one in the comments saying, start Johnny Kenny tomorrow night. Folks, he looked a bit lively against Ross County. We're playing young boys. Calm yourself down. Yes, he's done well in Europe, in the Europa Conference League. And I know young boys are playing like a team that should be in the Europa Conference League. But if Johnny Kenny is in Brendan's thoughts, he'll play him or he'll put him on the bench. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be Kyogo or it's going to be Ida. Simple as. So I think you need to get off the Johnny Kenny scenario. Like, it's just calm yourself down, lads. He was a bit lively against Ross County. He didn't score. He had a chance or two. So, Schmeichel, Johnston, Carter Vickers, Trusty, Taylor. A lot of people going for Taylor. even I've seen in a couple of the podcasts and people are saying Taylor instead of Valet. Look, if Valet's 1 foot out the door, I think he'll put a performance on the Celtic short, especially if it's his last European night at Paradise. Taylor, McGregor, Ingles, Tate, Keown, Maeda, and Furahashi. Yep. He'll probably be tomorrow. He wasn't even on the bench. We'll see what happens. We'll see what Brendan goes for. Flights tomorrow, 11. Glasgow, 12:30. Then out for dinner and then the big game. Get that tummy filled up. Get it filled up, Sheena. You have to. You have to make sure you're fed, watered and fed for the big night. Of course. Of course, boy. Up to Corkick. Kenny wasn't even on the bench. Would he be able to play even though he's playing with Shamrock Rovers? That's a good question. I think he's all right because the Europa Conference League phase is finished. That finalised. That finished in December last month. I think it's fine. I think it's absolutely fine. I think he should be all right. I think that Conference League is finished and it's gone into it's already been done. It's all been finalised. The draw's done and all. Shamrock Rovers got Molde of Norway in the next round. So I'm not a Shamrock Rovers fan, but I obviously like to keep an eye on Irish football. So yeah, what top do I have on tonight? Din, 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 din. Nakamura. Din, 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 din. Nakamura in the Champions League night in Old Trafford scored in this baby. Shout out to Kieran of the Glasgow Celtic wear for this fabulous top back a couple of years ago. I used to have it on long sleeve and our top's good. There we go. Best top. Did you just like me? Did you just like me house coat last night, folks? Just like me wearing me Jedi house coat, me Celtic one. Don't give a shit, don't I know? It's the way to be. It's not a point. I'm not on here to impress people. I'm just on here to be myself and have a laugh. Simple. If they're the ship, if people like the podcast, they like it. They don't. Simple as it is what it is. I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow night. I might get on late tomorrow night. Just depends. I might be going out into the town for a couple of jars for the game. So I might be coming home. If we celebrate, you could be getting the 12 o'clock pots. We'll see. Don't you worry. I won't leave you high and dry. The content needs to go up. The content needs to go up because the numbers need to be hit. And the numbers need to be hit. Because if I don't hit my criteria, YouTube look at me and say, you don't deserve to be a creator. Simple as. It's all number game with me, innit? The best top. Love that strip. So do I. It's nice and comfortable. Nike done a good job. My mate Lloyd I was speaking to today, we are meant to be renewing the contract with Adidas for another 5 years, but there's been no confirmation yet. Adidas haven't talked about it. They haven't released a statement. Celtic haven't released a statement. What is going on? We'll see what happens. So 12 people tuning in, 9 on YouTube, and that's fine. I could have linked it onto Instagram Live, but I'm not arsed with that. Dealing with stupid questions, this usual crap, But regards to players, this guy, it doesn't look like we're getting this guy in anyway. He's set for the move to Eintracht Frankfurt in Germany. We all know who Eintracht Frankfurt was. We all were wearing an Indeed Eintracht Frankfurt jersey back in 2022. We all remember that night. We all remember that night that mob had to drink the toilet water in Seville. We all remember that. We need to turn up tomorrow. We need to make Celtic Park a fortress. We need to make this big. But regards to him, he's going to Eintracht Frankfurt. It looks like Florian Pettenberg of Sky in Germany said that they're interested in the Bromby striker. So time to move off from Kvistergaard. I'm sick of talking about him. He's doing me bleeding tits in, to be honest. This guy here, I want to know in the comments, would you take this guy in? Is he worth the 5 million? Indonesia today of Italy put a bid in of 2.5 million into Motherwell, and Motherwell have rejected the bid. They said it's well below their valuation of the 18-year-old playmaker. Now his stats are all right this season. He scored 19. He's played 19 games, scored 2 goals, 6 assists. He's currently injured, so we'll see what happens. I'm in for Lennon Miller. I still have the same opinion that I had last week. I think with Lennon Miller, even if we buy him and send him back to the well on loan until the end of the season and offload Rio Tate in the summer. You want hunger. You want a project. You want a player. You want a player to mix in with Callum McGregor, Luke McCown, Arnie Ingles, and Paolo Bernardo. You get Rio Tate out the door. Thanks, Rio, for your 3 years of service. Time to move you on. I'm sorry, but you're very inconsistent, and I think we need to bring a new type of player in. I would definitely sign him. You know, we need competition for Cal Mack and Lennon is Scottish too. No brainer. I had one person on Instagram today having a good old bitch in a moan saying, "What do you mean he's the next John McGinn? That's pretty premature." I goes, I'm tipping him to be the next John McGinn. I don't think I'm the only Celtic fan to believe that he could be the next big project to come out of Scottish football. Like, I just don't have the time and the mentality to be sitting there and, writing messages back and forth. If you've something to say, come onto my YouTube channel and just say it. Simple as. Can't be asked for that crap. Honestly. You know, clearly I'm not a typing person. I just rather just say it as it is. Can't be asked for that stuff, But action speaks louder than words. I think Celtic should approach it, because if Indonesia are interested, I'm sure there's going to be teams down in England. Teams will be snooping around that radar for Lennon Miller. He's currently injured, yeah, but let's get him in the door. I keep getting asked about KT. What's going to happen with him? As I said, my prediction is we qualify the Champions League. He's in the door by the weekend. I'm not trying to get people's hopes up. That's my prediction. That's my prediction on Kieran Tierney. £3 million loan fee. Alex Valle goes to Italy. KT comes in. Sit down with that Greg Sausage Greenock roll, Taylor, and see, does he want to sign this new deal? If he doesn't want to sign this new deal, Greg, start talking to other clubs and get yourself a career somewhere else in the summer. Which you're a free agent, you're in your rights to do. Simple as. Greg has played 200 odd games for Celtic. He's been steady most of the games, but European level hasn't cut the mustard. Let's be honest. I know Brendan Rodgers has attacked a couple of fans on these press conferences saying, I've seen people saying Greg Taylor's not a European player and all this. Brendan, I love you to bits. You're the gaffer, but he isn't. Simple as. He hasn't turned on in Europe majority of the time. He just looks too volatile in Europe at times. He's had 1 or 2 decent games in his whole Celtic career. So let's bring back the boy. Bring him home. Bring him home, Kieran Tierney. I don't give a shit what people are saying. Injury prone this, injury prone that. I would disagree to that for the time being, because he's actually been featuring for games for Arsenal in recent times. So if he wasn't playing games for Arsenal, I'd be like, what's the boys thinking? What's the point getting in Twix legs and they're going to break? But no, he's done well. He's done well to get back into the mix of things. So bring him home. It's an emotional feeling, and we get Kieran Tierney back in the door. As I said last night in the channel, I was a bit lost when he left, but we got 25 million, and people were moaning left, right, and said, "Oh, he's this, he's that, he's this." No, he's been a surplus for the club as a business. We signed him for little to nothing at the age of 7 and sold him for 25 million. I just don't get people's mentality at times. I wonder how these fans feel. I wonder how they come up with this crap. Like, I know I don't talk the most productive chat at times as well, but my God, like, as I say on the channel, this time last year, we were in a title race and we were looking second favourite at the time. And look, didn't we get together? Turned that ship. And that ship went into the sunshine, into the Caribbean, and we were drinking pina coladas. Me and Mark Scott were sitting in the Squirrel Bar drinking pina coladas, and then Ian Corbett came along with the cigars for us, and Sheena came along with the Irish sausages from the suitcase, and then we all sat there, and we said, you know what? Brendan was right. He seen us in May. He had a good time. and we were laughing at them, and it was all history. It was all history. As Biggie says, it was all a dream, and dreams did come true. Dreams came true, and we could be on for the treble. We could be just getting into the Champions League playoffs is a trophy in itself. It's an achievement bigger than a treble in my eyes because we haven't tasted Champions League knockout stage football since 2013, folks. 2013. I know I'm looking a bit crazy with my hand movements, and I feel like I'm like Jamie Carragher. All right, calm down, Reebok, Stanley Park, all that kind of stuff. But yes. I'm feeling it. I'm excited. I'm nervous. What jersey will I wear tomorrow? Will it be a bumblebee? Will it be a different? Give me a comment below. Who's gonna pick me out for tomorrow? Who's the lucky subscriber? What jersey am I wearing tomorrow? I might just pick out any jersey on Google or type of jersey. Obviously, you're gonna say hoops, but I'll pick a jersey and I'll wear it for you, and I'll give you a shout in the community. You know. Be great when KT pulls that hoops back on again. It's like when Superman whips out the Superman. You know, that whole, rips it. Kent Clark rips it apart. I was gonna say Bruce Wayne. Kent Clark just rips the buttons off, and there he is. Super Joe Ledley. Or Super Gary Hooper, as you want to call it. Can't wait for KT to be back in the hoops. Be great. Get the comments in, folks. I can waffle and shite on as much as I can, but get the comments in. 2 people watching. Paul Cowan, Hazel Finn, over in the book. Hendry Everlin, how are you getting on? Hendry Everlin, if you're still tuning in over there on the face to the book. YouTube's the way forward, babe. Hope he's like the European Cup as well in the background. So, going into this game, we've done all right. We've had 1 defeat so far in this calendar year, yet we're only 21 days into 2025. We all want to men in black and forget about that result, that defeat. But it gives when you get beaten like that, you need a good kick up the arse. A good kick up the arse. We've only lost once in the Champions League so far this season. That was a embarrassing defeat to Borussia Dortmund, Champions League finalists the last season. But it's been a really good campaign so far from Celtic. Yeah, there was chances where we could have finished off Zagreb and we could have done Bruges, but the result speaks for itself. It was points on the board. And you go back to that Champions League draw, which I watched live and I went on here live. I was nervous about Red Bull. I was nervous about Atalanta. I wrote us off against Atalanta. I'm not going to lie to you, I wrote us off when the draw was done. And I was very impressed. I was over the moon when we got that draw. Villa, still not optimistic. I've been saying it for months about Villa. Villa are in good place at the moment. Never write Celtic off though against an English team because we're always underdogs, and sometimes we do come up with the goods. So as I said, look at Manchester United back in 2006. Nakamura's wonderful free kick past Edmund van der Sar. Now that was history. Let us know in your comments what was your favourite Champions League night besides the Barcelona one. Have you thinking the brain now? You will. Well, it's been some really good moments over the years. European nights at Celtic Park. Not in recent times. I'm talking about back at the Martin O'Neill's, the Gordon Strachan days, the Neil Lennon days as well. Look at this. Look at this picture. What a night. I wish I was there, but I go back to that day. I was working in a call centre in Dublin, and I remember 2 or 3 folk were saying, "Oh, Celtic are going to get scrapped tonight by Barcelona." At home, I was like, "No." I was like, "Obviously, you haven't looked up Celtic's record in Europe at home. For Celtic Park, we've only lost literally a handful of times since 2000." And I was like, when Yamo scored against Barcelona, mark my words, I did never in the million years thought Tony Watt was going to score, to be honest with you. But I was like, we could get a draw tonight. And what did we do? pulled off one of the most historic results in the Champions League. You know, the spectacle, the 125 years. You just knew when them boys walked out of that tunnel, you just knew that there's something special was going to happen. And that's not me being cocky. I don't know if I'm going to feel like that tomorrow night when I watch the game. Something's going to special is going to happen. It's all up to them. Not be boys, be men. Be men. Where you put that green and white on, you're not just fighting for your teammates, you're fighting for the club, you're fighting for the institution, you're fighting for Scottish football, you're fighting to get prize money, you're fighting to make a statement, you're fighting for your manager. You're not just fighting for your teammates, you're fighting for your family, you're fighting for every single fan that watches that fucking team week in and week out, home and away, on the television, you know, listen to on the radio. You're fighting for that. That's what you're fighting for. That's what you're fighting for. And if certain players don't get that, they're not fucking good enough to be at the team at this club. Simple as. I've said it on the channel so many times. There's players in there that are collecting a wage that ain't good enough for Celtic. They ain't cutting the sauce. Now, as I said this already, will not be surprised. Imagine Lewis Palmer comes on tomorrow and bangs the win on it. You never know. Fucked up things have happened in football. Brendan says he learned from the Dortmund defeat, and we did. Optimistic about tomorrow in Villa. Jesus, Mark, I'm down. Don't be talking about Villa already. Let's get through this. Let's get through this together. We'll get 11, 13 points. Stand by that. I said 12 points. And if that's my prediction, I'll go back to my videos. I said between 10 and 12 points. I'll be delighted with that. 10 points. So you go back to the Man U home game and the 4-3 game. Chris Sutton winner against Juventus. What a team Juventus had. Alexandro Del Piero. I don't think Buffon was playing for him that season. I think he was signed the following season. Paulo Nedved. Who else did he have? Trezeguet. Box office players. David Trezeguet, what a guy. I loved watching him for Juventus. Even though if I had an Italian team, it's always going to be Inter Milan. Some people are AC Milan, some people are Napoli, some people are Roma. There ain't no Lazio fans in here, don't you worry about that. But Inter Milan, the reason why I pick Inter Milan is because when I was 12 years of age, I was getting into football. I wasn't mad at the football as a kid, folks. And I remember going down to the Omni shopping centre in Santry in Dublin, and a couple of Celtic jerseys, a couple of Liverpool jerseys, and my mum said to me, "How about you get a different jersey, son? How about you get a different jersey, not Liverpool and Celtic?" And she said, "You can have a Barcelona jersey." I didn't really want Barcelona at the time because my dad had one, and she's like, "You could have that Real Madrid one there with the Siemens mobile on it." And I said, "No, ma'am, I want that white jersey there with the blue and black stripe going down it. With the is it Pirelli? I thought it was Pirelli at the time, even though it was Pirelli. I thought it was called Pirelli." And I picked it. And I'll show you the jersey I'm talking about. I know this is the Champions League preview video, but who gives an absolute rat's toss? Because I don't care. I lost a couple of subscribers last night because I was talking absolute pony. Thank you very much for the £2. That'll go for that will go towards the streaming of StreamYard. So let me see. I just want to show you the jersey I'm talking about. I know it's not Celtic, but this is my first ever Inter Milan top. I had a couple of after that. I've had about 5 or 6 Inter Milan tops since, and wonderful club. Wonderful club. Obviously, we have history with Inter Milan. That's the team that we played in the 1967 final in the Estadio Nacional in Lisbona. So let me just show you this top I'm talking about. Just when it's on the brain, you have to do it. That's it there. That's my jersey. Beautiful top. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. What a top. How come it doesn't let me go back? Strange. But yeah, that's the jersey there. So get on with it. See what the comments are saying. So what's your starting lineup for tomorrow, folks? 16 people tuning in. This is my starting lineup once again. There we go. That's the starting lineup. You can't see Casper's name, but everyone knows it's going to be Casper Schmeichel. It's a no-brainer. Austin Trusty has to redeem himself. He done all right against Kilmarnock, but he needs to turn up. He's done all right in Champions League performances this season. Trusty when he's been called upon. So Trusty, I know some people want Taylor. I want Valet. Alistair Johnston, CCV. Last time we played at Celtic Park, CCV scored an own goal, so I'm sure he'll bounce back from that. He's been all right so far since then. Callum McGregor, Luke McCown, Arnie Ingalls, Dazen Maeda, Hyogo Furuhashi, and Nicholas Kuhlmeister. Look at this, folks. Look at this. What do you think of this? Trabzonspor in Turkey want Jota. They want Jota. And reportedly, if Jota is on the market for £6.7 million. So let me know in the comments, would you sign Jota back for that fee? But the con is Jota's on 39,000 quid a week. And that's like 39,000 pounds, not euros, a week at Rennes. I'm sorry, but Callum McGregor's not being overtaken by Jota. If Jota's coming back, we can give him 20 odd grand. I don't know what he was on the last time at Celtic. I better check that up, but it's all talk. It's all talk. Had the home jersey that season. Zanetti. It was Varane. No, Varane was at Man U. Vieri, Zanetti. Hernan Crespo. Who else did he have? Toldo in goals. Was Davids playing for them then? 2002. I think Edgar Davids. No, he was at Juve. There's some team. I can remember. 2002 Inter Milan team. Trying to remember. I know Zanetti, Vieri was up front for them. Was it Batistuta or was he at Roma? Let me see. Just curious now. Just curious to see what squad they had. I know this is completely off the Celtic talk, but we'll talk about it anyway. Toldo, yeah. Fabio Cannavaro. Jesus, he played for him. Forgot about that. Faro, he was played as well. Who else? Francesco Coco. Oh, what a guy. He was a baller. He was 26 at the time. Cristiano Zanetti. There was two Zanettis there. De Baggio. Luki De Baggio. Who else? Was Rakoba there? Rakoba, what a guy. Batistuta was there, yeah. Fabio Martins. Remember him? Hernan Crespo. Jesus, it's some bleeding team. Emre, the Turkish midfielder Emre. He was class in the 2002 World Cup. And then he ended up going to Newcastle, I remember. Yeah, good team. Good team they had, that Inter Milan side. Jesus, Christian Vieri. We should try to get Jota back. Oh, thanks very much. Really appreciate it. That will be put into something nice. That might be put into a point. You never know. Jota, it's mad money for Jota. But I'd rather pay the. I'd be honest with you. I know Jota's 25 and he's played at Celtic. I'd rather pay the 6.7 million for Jota than that guy from Norway. I struggle to pronounce his name, folks. I'm gonna call him Sondre. Sondre, that plays for Salzburg in Norway. I'd rather get Jota back, but if he's willing to take a wage cut, see what happens. There's been there's no direct links. A source of mine told me today, I'm not going to name the source, but he told me today that according to Celtic have contacted about Jota. Now, I haven't seen anything from Sky Sports. I haven't seen anything from Fabrizio Romero. I haven't seen anything from Stephen McGowan. So how accurate that is, I don't know. There also was a rumour floating around yesterday that Jota was in Glasgow. Jota was in Glasgow. What a load of absolute pony talk. So, let's see what happens. That's what we can do. The Villa game has a different look to it after tonight. Well, Villa, how are Villa getting on? Are they playing at the moment? Are they tomorrow? Villa Aston. They were beaten today 1-0 by Monaco. Monaco they were beaten by. Monaco, they're just one of them teams. They're just a project team. I'm just gonna watch the highlights here. Oh shit, is this the highlights, or do you have to join the subscription or something? Let's see. I'm just gonna watch. I can't stream the highlights for obviously for copyright reasons, but give us a second. I just want to look at the highlights of this Villa defeat. Oh, bleeding advertisements showing me double cheeseburgers. I don't need enough. I've had too many double cheeseburgers. That Ned Kelly needs to go. And they're showing me pictures of cheeseburgers. Oh Jesus Christ! God help me. God help that gut. Who wants a cheeseburger? Because I know Chris Boyd wants one. He loves a cheeseburger, doesn't he? Right, just waiting for this to pop up. So Villa were beaten 1-0. A wake-up call for Villa. Why is it? They're wearing that Navy jersey as well. Was that a header? Oh, that was a horrible goal they gave away from a corner. 7 minutes in, a guy called Singo scored for Monaco. Awful defending by Villa. Comes directly at the keeper. Defenders can't cope with it. Keeper tries to save it, and then they slot it in. The Villa. Hopefully we can do the same at Villa Park. Let me have a look at this again. Corner. Martinez saved it. Didn't catch the ball. Ball went up in the air. And what happened was Monaco player heads the ball in. I'm surprised with that Argentinian keeper. He's been one of the best keepers in world football over the last 4 years. I'm very surprised with Martinez's save as rebound there. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. But yeah, Villa were beaten, folks. 1-0. Celtic Glasgow says, well, Keith, I'm sorry, I'm late. I'm busy at home. Don't ever be sorry. Don't worry about being late. You're always certainly welcome to the show. I'm going to be leaving in about 10 minutes. I have to go up and collect my missus from work. Typical. So, yeah, I've enjoyed the podcast tonight. I'm hoping I'll get on tomorrow night. It might be a late one to get on tomorrow night. It depends what I'm up to. I might just go out and watch the match and then come straight home. I'm gonna go and have a pint of me Todd. Why not? Not me Todd Cantwell, but yeah, I'm gonna go for a drink tomorrow on my own. Watch the match. Why not? So yeah, but I do appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. It's always a pleasure to have different insights in. Put your score predictions in the comments as well. Let me know how you're feeling. 4-1. There you go, Tony. It's been a while. Where have you been hiding? Tony? Villa play West Ham on Sunday. Then we have Dundee on Saturday. Could work in our favour. West Ham. Did West Ham not put a bid in for Villa's striker of 60 odd million yesterday? That'd be an interesting one. Dundee on Saturday. Paradise won't be an easy game after they took a point off us at Dens Park. They should have beaten us that night. 2-1. I'm going 3-0. I'm going 3-0. This is the table. So I have to stop this for a minute. Click this here and show you the table. Don't mind the Strumgrats 1-0. This was earlier on today. So Celtic, as we all know, are in the orange section, which is the playoff section. The top 8 qualify straight into the last 8 or the last 16, whatever it is, and then the 24 have to play playoff games. So I was reading early on, according that we'll be wanting Barcelona to win tonight. We'd be wanting I think PSV to draw tonight, to make results going our way as well on top of the 3 points, so we can move up the table a little bit. But we'll just see what we have. Look at young boys, 22 goals conceded. That gives you hope. A lot of hope. Look at them Reds. Slovan Bratislava, they're shocking as well. We beat them. We beat Red Bull. Look, we've beaten the teams above young boys. We should be going out and beating them. Bologna, I feel sorry for Bologna, you know that? I really do. I remember I was down in Liverpool with the missus, and Liverpool were playing Bologna that night. The fans seemed all right. They seemed like good spirit in the town. So Red Bull Salzburg, and then you've got Red Star Belgrade there. I hate the way they do, but they put in Serbian. Is it Serbian? Yeah, it's Serbian. And then you Genoa as well. Then you've got Strong Rats, Sparta Prague, Shakhtar Donetsk. I'm delighted Shakhtar Donetsk are not in there. Hopefully they don't get playoff football. I can't stand Shakhtar. Overrated. That Ukrainian league's a lot of dirt. Stuttgart, we all remember Stuttgart from 2002-3 season. That night in Stuttgart, eh? Then we beat them at Paradise. I think we beat them at Paradise. The Sean Maloney scored against Stuttgart, I think. And PSG. Imagine PSG don't qualify for the Champions League knockout stages. That would be brilliant. That would be absolutely brilliant. We'll see what happens. This is their recent games. The opposition. I'm going to just show you their recent games in the Champions League, the goals that they got hammered. They got beaten by 1-0 by Inter. They were hammered by Dortmund, I think 6-0 or something, or 5-0. They're struggling. They're a team that's in turmoil at the moment, folks. And this is what worries me about the game, because teams like this, when you expect to go out and be favourites in your home patch, look at Boda Glint. Look at Boda Glint, folks. They were a surprise package in the Conference League. They gave us a whooping, but I don't think these will give us a whooping. But you can't take teams for granted. Champions League results. Here we go. Let's whip this out for you. Sounds so wrong, but you know what I mean. Let's click this. So this is their recent Champions League performances. Match day 1, they were beaten by Villa 3-0. Match day 2, hammered by Barcelona and Nou Camp 5-0. Match day 3, Inter Milan scraped the result over there. Go on, the Inter. Go on. And 2-1, Shakhtar Donetsk. I would have rather young boys beat. I just can't stand Shakhtar. Can't stand Ukrainian football. I just can't stand them. Best thing to ever come out of Ukraine was Andrei Shevchenko, as we all know. And then Andrei Volorin. Atalanta put 6 past them away, and then Stuttgart hammered them 5-1. So it's there for Celtic. It's there in the play for Celtic to take advantage of this. Tell me about Red Imps. Oh, Red Imps. Lincoln Red Imps. That was Brendan Rodgers' first competitive game. And then they went on to hammer them in the home to Celtic Park. But that was a learning curve. That was a warm, sunny, sticky night in Gibraltar. I remember that like yesterday, in Celtic wore the black and gold kit. I didn't actually thought that was a horrible kit when you go back to it. Like, I love the black Magic, but that New Balance one wasn't great at all. The thing is, we'll get the likes of Man City, Juventus if we stay there. Look, it doesn't matter who we get in the next round. They're all going to be tight. They're all going to be difficult fixtures. Simple as. It's just it's about the money perspective of it as well. How's it going, Kenzie and Paisley? Hope you're doing well. Were you watching another podcast tonight? Spill the beans. Were you eating beans on toast? Were you watching videos? Were you playing the PlayStation? Were you out? What were you doing? Were you down in the last post having a drink? What were you up to? Bring them on. Watching football. Good. You'll be watching the champions tomorrow night. The champions of Scotland. You'll be watching the Scottish Cup holders. You'll be watching the team that won that fabulous cup behind me in 1967. You're 16, you can't drink. You could have non-alcoholics. I'm alcoholics. But yeah, bit of advice. Take it from an old man here. I'm an old man. I'm getting grey, as you see. You know, that silver fox is kicking in there. From an old man, drinking's overrated. It's overrated. It depends who you're with. You could sit there like an old man like me and have a couple of cans and feel like family guy, or you can go out and have a drink with someone. Have a drink. Stephen, I think it's Stephen that keeps asking me to go out for a drink with him. But yeah, I'm always on when I'm not cooking. G, cooking, eh? What are you cooking? Does The Rock know about it? Does The Rock know you're cooking? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. I'm bleeding sweating here. Give me a second. I need to knock off this heating. Jesus Christ! Fucking hell! Roasting in this guy. Don't want that British government fleecing me of me lecky. Jesus. Yeah, I've got the whole green tracksuit on. Looking good. Looking good. Woohoo! Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? Know your role and shut your mouth. Good stuff. I hope everyone's enjoying the podcast. If you're enjoying that podcast, give me a 777 there in the comments. You're feeling blessed, give us a 777. You feel like we're going to win tomorrow, give us a 777. You know, you feel like we're going to win the treble, give us a 777. It'll be all good. It'll be all absolute good. You know, it's what you make it. You want to make it. We're blessed. We have a phenomenal club. We've won that European Cup. And you never know. You never know. We might get number 2 one day. 2 stars on the short. You never know. Better getting spanked and trying the Champions League than getting spanked in our own league from a bottom team. Yeah, who's the bottom team? Was it the Rangers? Was it? Barca misses golden chances. And Barcelona smoked Real Madrid in the Super Cup, didn't he? The other night, I watched the highlights. They're still not top of the La Liga, aren't they? No? 777 for Pedder from Pedder Walsh. Cruising in my BMW. Catch me riding dirty. Catch me. I've seen your Instagram story. I didn't get to listen to it. I seen you having a good old rant and deck about something. Peter, what happens? Who's annoying you? Do we have to send the reinforcements over? What's going on? Is everything all right? I'm always a phone call away. Always a message away in the book. Ian Corbett. That sounds a bit too much, doesn't it? He's probably rolling his eyes at me. Like, what's this gobshite talking about? This might be a Celtic channel and he's giving me stick. What is he doing? Doesn't have a clue. Couldn't run. So yeah. Let's get Tierney in. Let's get Greg signed. Bye, Berda Bay. All the very best. Oldin home. Bye to LA. Otton Edward. He's going to Atlantic City. He's going to be hanging around with Jermaine Dupree, singing Welcome to Atlanta remix. He'll be singing a Kaiser, the Kaiser legend down in the Bronx. Don't feel by the jacks that I got. I'm so Kaiser from the blocks. Celtic are out of the race for Toure. Don't worry about Toure. Don't worry about that. Keith, are you on? I think I am. I'm on the orange stuff anyway. I wonder what's in this. I think there's Mad Dog in this. I don't know what's in the box. Honestly, looking the same with Barry. Now, the whole situation with Louis Barry is Villa want to keep him. They want to give him a new deal. We've offered 5 million on the cards for Louis Barry, and they rejected it. So let's go back in. As I said, I was talking about Jota there. Jota, if we want to get Jota back, it's going to cost us £6.7 million. Why not? You get that guy Peter Lawwell on the metal budgie over to Rennes and get him to go. Here comes the money. Money. Peter Lawwell dashing money. Jesus Christ. Better chance of me becoming the Pope. Jesus, honestly. But you know what? Give it to the board. They have spent. You know, um, see what happens. See what happens. Just get Jota back. The Owen Baru. As a Scotsman down the road from Oiprox. Yes. So, Govan, someone's got to hate them. You know, Owen Baru's alright. Nothing wrong with this stuff. There's nothing wrong with this. Nothing wrong with this Aaron Soda. Who loves Aaron Soda? Keith loves Aaron Soda. Is it true? I do. But yeah, talk a lot. Jota is a bargain. He's worth a punt. Exactly. What's the point of us getting this Norwegian let back in and he hasn't played a minute of European football for Salzburg in Norway? Overrated. He's tipped to be the next big thing out of Norway. So is Oldie and Thiago Homa. Hasn't worked out for him, hasn't it? Like, sometimes you gotta look. I think Jota would be hungrier than ever if you were to bring him back. I know we haven't been directly linked with him, but come on, there's no harm asking the question. There's no harm throwing the biscuit into the tin. Honestly, there's no harm. We know we'd get with Jota. Exactly. When you score, you make the Celtic sing. Jota on the wing, Jota on the wing. Oh God, I'm gonna be. I wish I was eating the Luke McCall. I'm just happy because we're on trying to get a ticket. Good stuff. I'm not paying 60 odd quid for a ticket. I'd rather go to the pub and get absolutely steaming for it. Lucy, my 9-year-old, was wrecking my head. She asked me to get her something in the shop. They wouldn't tell me what she wanted. Turned out into a guessing game. When I got home, she did. I did not like it. I don't blame you. I'd be losing the plot as well. I have a 10-year-old girl, and if she started that crap at me, I'd be like, nah, the boat. I'm not getting you anything ever in the shop. So I don't blame you. Don't blame you at all. Nah, it's it. A long way to Tipperary, I heard a battle cry from the mountain overhead. You be grand. Up to Tipperary. Lovely place. The first ever person that got me into hurling was a man from Thurles. His name is Colin Rourke. Good Thurles man, My English team are playing that mob and they might actually lose. Manchester United, don't know. See what happens. I'm trying to get a ticket, charge that light up suit for it. I do like that Iron Brew, but they didn't have that in Poundland, so this is what I got this out. Got this for the whole 75 pence. What do you think? If you haven't subscribed to the channel, get on it like a car bonnet and press that effing button. Oh, by the way, a bit of an update from last night. I have followed Baz on not Instagram, on X. So we're moving in progress. If anyone has been in touch with Baz from Celtic Fans View, please tell him that Keith Corcoran of Command the Hoops is interested in having him on a podcast. So I'm putting an SOS out there. Has he followed me back yet? Let's see. He hasn't followed me back. I'm gonna have to tag him in the video, won't I, to get him interested. But I love to get Baz on the podcast. Very decent guy, very humble guy, good bit of banter out of him. He's one of the most I'll tell him, good Kaiser. Send him my number, will you? I'll give me a message on the Twitter and I'll send you my number. But Baz, really nice guy. I've watched a couple of these podcasts. Good sense of humor, and I think he's to be honest with you, I think he's probably one of the most underrated Celtic YouTubers out there by a country mile. You've got the Heights of Brian and Paul and Celtic Fan TV and Paul John Dykes and Axon. You have all these guys in Celtic Unrestricted View, Celtic Podcast. There's loads of them. I can't even keep up. Huddle Breakdown. It's too much stats for me. I'm not into that whole sitting there and watching Monday Night Football statistics stuff, folks. They're a great set of folks, but no, not for me. Did you post anything about your predicted lineup? Yeah, I done a video. I'll just show you now. Don't you worry, bud. I'm on it like a car bonnet. Oh, look at that picture! Isn't that a double? Isn't that a fabulous picture there? Look at that! Oh, that is a beaut. That is a beautiful picture. Up the G unit, up the Greenock. Look at the lads. Look at them. Look at them sharing a Copperberg mixed fruits between them on a session now. Bless the lads. Bless them. But no, I'll show you me starting on up. I'll stop taking the mustachio. I hope he's laughing at that. I hope he's laughing. It's Baz 25k. Yeah. But as I'm saying, he's underrated. Like his channel is unbelievable. His stats are class. He's underrated as he doesn't get the recognition. Like people don't talk about much. He's an absolute saint. So we'll get him on. Hopefully we'll get him on. Isn't Henrik Larsson coming to Dublin? Yeah, but you see the price of the tickets? 80 odd quid for a single ticket for Larsson. Look, I love the King of Kings, but and then the packages of some of them are like 200 quid, 300 quid. No. The company didn't want. They knew that I'm out there and I have a big following. They could have contacted me. I could have done a deal with them for the ticket, but no, I don't care. I'm not going to it. It's down the road for me. I wouldn't pay 80 quid to see Henrik Larsson. Or for him to talk. I love Henrik, but I've seen him play in charity games and stuff already. So no, I'm sorry. I sound like a stingy bastard, but no, I'd rather pay it on something else. You know, what's the point? You could be down in row Z and see the King for like that size talking. You know, you're not even getting to meet him for 80 quid. Nah, come on the leash. Speaking of leash, I went to school with a guy. When I went to school, as I did, I got educated in some aspects, you know. And in school, we had a geography teacher, a guy that broke a lot of Dubs' hearts, a guy called Ross Munley. Ross Munley, he's a leash legend. He's a leash legend. We played a charity game against him and he absolutely roasted me. But lucky, I got a nice 2-footer on him and won the ball off him. Even though he was a GAA player. But Ross Munley, he's a good player. Good guy player. You know? Mondo Rossi! Come on, the Keats! Mondo Rossi! That is a decent YouTube channel. Very, very straight to the point. Kaiser, be the middleman. Be the ledge. Get the negotiations going. Get that ceasefire in business, will you, Kaiser? Get it over and dusted. Let's get Baz on for the chat. I don't know what I'd even talk to him about, obviously Celtic stuff, but he was off the leash. He was jeez, love it quick. But yeah, good stuff. Where is this bleed missus of mine? She says she's gonna be texting me when she's leaving the airport. Jesus Christ. Typical women at times. You know, inconsistent. She's like Rio Atate. She has some good games. She has some bad games. She needs to get it together. Honestly. I love me missus, but come on. Jesus Christ. Friday might be the big day for news. I was saying that today to one of the lads. I think it could be an 8 a.m. announcement, Mackenzie. And if you hear a big roar in Paisley around the last post, you know that's me. You know that's me screaming, "Yep, yeah, boy!" The only Irishman in Paisley, according to I've been told. But be after tonight. Well, the good news is the transfer window doesn't close until the 3rd of January. Jesus, Keith, you sound like the priest. You sound like the priest from Father Ted's. I definitely will, Keith. Baz did confiscate my spanner and called me a dick and time the other day, but he let me back in after 30 seconds. I will mail him. Renfrew. I done me training in Renfrew up in the clinic up there. I know Renfrew. I go through it on the bus on the 26th out to Bray Head. That's where I bring the missus and bring her up there, you know, keep her happy, bring her to the cinema, let her munch her face with popcorn, let her have her cider. I sit there and I'm like, sitting there with my big belly, I'm like, yeah, look at this film. Yeah, look at this film. Great. Yep. Seeing that, Kaiser. You must have been a bad boy. You must have been a very bad boy, Kaiser. Getting dumped out of Paz the ball. You know, podcast. He's a good lad. He's entertaining. He's entertaining. Like, why is Ryan trying to wear the hat like him? There's only one Celtic YouTuber that wears it right with glasses, and that's our boy from Spain. I love Ryan, but you gotta love the glass. You love the Scottish boy living in Spain wearing the glasses and the cap. He wears it the best. He wears it the best. Let's be honest. He wears it the best. You know. But it could be worse. It could be me wearing house coats on a YouTube podcast. Told me to share a link to my channel, and then he banned me. Oof. Oh, you're in the sin bin, Kaiser. What about Ryan? Obviously, there's only one Ryan, the king of kings, the king of YouTube, the king of Celtic YouTube, the man that's been doing it since he's been 16. The guy that put himself out there before a lot of people, and yes, I'm full of bleeding snots and all. Jesus Christ, 118, yeah. Very bonjour. How are you getting on? I don't know much French, Christophe. I need to learn some French. My missus wants to go to Paris. Oh, let's go to Paris. Let's go and see this and that. I'm like, if we're going to Paris, we're going to meet up with Moussa Dembele, get him up from Saudi Arabia, and we're going to have a big blunt with him. A big James Blunt. Kaiser, that's all it is. I don't smoke that stuff, I never will. But yeah. It is perfect. Good. Yeah, you're in is it Brittany, is it? In France? Whereabouts in France again is it? Any reports coming from France that I've read an article from Turkey that Jota is on the transfer list and he could be going to Trabzonspor. Not disrespecting the king. Not disrespecting the king at all. I just think Baz wears the best. Simple as. Ryan is steamrolling. He's doing a great job. And he's very honest, and he's done it for a full-time profession now, and fair play to him. Mohamed Boyo in Lille. Did he play against Liverpool tonight? Is he against Liverpool tonight? Mohamed Boyo. He's only scored 2 goals this season for Lille in all competitions. And doesn't look like getting told he's wrong. Who doesn't look like he's getting told he's wrong? Who we talking about? Is it Baz or Ryan or what? I'm the best, bro. I'll get you all the way to the top. That's it. You know, we're in League One at the moment. We're gonna get promoted one day. On the bench, thank you very much, Kenzie. Thank you very much. Right, folks, I better jump off. It's been an hour and 15 minutes. I hope I haven't burned the ears off you. Anyone that hasn't subscribed to the channel, please hit that red and white beautiful subscribe button, free of charge. If you want to contribute in an extra level, you could buy the membership for 99 pence. There's a super thanks button there as well. I'm not here to fleece you for money. I'm here to talk Celtic and have a laugh, which is simple as. I just want to give a massive thank you to, yet again, Mark Scott. Thank you very much for your coin donation. I really appreciate it. It gets used into good stuff. And as well, thank you very much to an old friend of mine, Peter Welch. I will be catching up with you soon enough. I want to meet up with you and Robbie and the rest of the folk. I keep saying I'm going to do it. It's been a whole year, but I will get up. It's a difficult schedule all the time for me. But I will get up. I'll have a chat with the mammy and get the kids minded one weekend I'm home and get up to the D. I'll get you to collect me from Ballymun, eh? How about that, Peter? How about get a nice body armor over that car, because you're gonna need it going into Ballymun, as you know. But we'll see what happens. Overdue, hell. I will be back on tomorrow night, but it'll probably be a late one, folks. Could be at 12 o'clock. Could be 12:30 for half an hour or so. I'm just giving you a little heads up that I could be back on late tomorrow night because I'm gonna go out and watch in the pub tomorrow. So I need to get out. I need to get out and have a pint. Be an old man, and I won't be drinking till the middle of February. But yeah, and yeah, let Kaiser commence the talks. Let Kaiser sign the deal, and we'll get Mister South Spaniard on. So yeah, long overdue points, 100%. But we'll get it sorted. I hope you enjoyed the podcast tonight, folks. Do apologise if I was talking absolute shite, but the show went on. The numbers were good. The views were good. The insight was good. As I said, just to recap, I'm gonna go live from the pub and take the phone. Could do that. Nah, not in town. Not in town. You'll have some gobshite like, oh, watching you live. No. You get them type of shite bags. No. I'm sorry, but can't be arsed with that. Can't be arsed with that whole malarkey. Can't be arsed with like someone coming over to me, like eyeball Paul, half cut. Oh, how's it going, mate? No, definitely not. Definitely not. It's not my cup of tea. So just to recap, just to finish on this, I'm going to go 3-0 Celtic. This is my starting lineup. Kasper Schmeichel, Alistair Johnston, Alex Valle, Austin Trusty, Cameron Carter-Vickers, Callum McGregor, Arnie Ingles, Luke McCown, Daisy Maeda, Kyogo Furuhashi, and Nicholas Kuhlmeister. 3-0. Daisy Maeda, Callum McGregor, and Kyogo to score tomorrow. If it's a 1-0, it's a 1-0. Stephen McAnally will blame the Iron Brew. Yeah. Maybe it is the Iron Brew. Maybe it's not the Iron Blue. Kenny wasn't registered for the Scottish Cup. Thanks very much for that, bud. At least we know. As far as I know, he can play for Celtic, even though he's played in the Europa Conference League, because that's finished. So we think he can play for Celtic tomorrow. We'll find out. So no injuries, only James Forrest, and we should be in a good position as well. So please subscribe, let you all go, and we will leave you with the usual. But you know what? I'm going to try something different. I'm going to put on a different meltdown. I'm not going to put on I Love My Rangers. I'm going to put that on.
Don't you think that they need the Champions League's money here? I think so. I think they need that. I think that's a good answer, isn't it?
We're back on again.
Don't you think that they need the Champions League's money here? I think so. I think they need that. I think that's a good answer, isn't it?
It's not been good enough. I mean, you might be winning games of football. Rangers never dominate any game. Never. There's no intensity to play. There's no sharpness. They don't create anything. It's more hope that they're going to score a goal. The substitutions don't impact games. They are miles off it. And everybody thinks, oh, here he goes, he's having another goal, he's having another run. It's the truth. And the sooner people realise that this ain't working, the better.
Why are they so far off the performances that they need to come to places like Kilmarnock and take all 3 points back down the road?
I don't know. So I said, you got a lifeline yesterday. You look at it and you think to yourself, right, okay, there's a chance to get yourself back in a title race. It's not a surprise, that result today. We said it at the top of the show. I mean, Kilmarnock are a physical team, they'll cause you problems. Rangers, there's just nothing. You look at Cyril Dessers, and I know it'll always fall back in the striker in terms of, scoring goals. He's going to be the one that's criticised. The chances, he doesn't really get anything created for him either. We speak about Bajrami, and there's glimpses he comes in, he looks good. Cherny might look good. They don't create anything. But
can you forgive them because of the surface today? And it is a level. And we've seen Kilmarnock do it to teams regularly here last season.
Kilmarnock are a good team. The surface will play a part if you let the surface play a part. We've seen Celtic, we've seen Rangers come here and dominate games. We've seen Celtic come here and dominate games.
You've played in it most recently,
Listen,
Stephen.
I just think you expect more regardless. Like, the surface is the surface. You can't use that as an excuse. It obviously does slow the game down at times, but you're wanting to ask more questions as an attacking team against the opposition. I don't think Kilmarnock had to work too hard defensively. They dealt with everything that the Rangers did.
Take nothing away from Kilmarnock. They deserve the victory today, Kilmarnock, but they realise what's at stake here today. You know, they've been down the bottom of the table. They had the taste of European football last year. They tasted the top four, and and had a really good season last year. They want to get back.
He makes a decision. Back, you see there, the lean into the back of Josh Campbell is enough for me. The little push, the arm on the back, and the lean in is probably enough for me.
I think it's one of those ones when you look at it, Hadji is probably a yard just out of position, then he tries to get his leg back across, but by doing that, you then run the risk of...
Please keep Chris Boyd on Sky Sports. He's just Comedy Central. You know, he's box office. He's just you can't beat Chris Boyd for the punditry he produces. It just makes me laugh all the time. Makes me laugh all the time.
Kilgo, how happy are you with your performance and your goals today?
Yeah, I'm happy to help the team, but I lost a lot of shots, so I have to improve.
It was a good cross from Alistair, though, to for that first one. Is that fair?
What a ball, yeah.
That's great.
What a ball.
I think he's been sensational.
But it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. It's not going to change. Celtic are too good.
To be a decision because
can there be a decision made?
There has to be. Like, people can speak about money or whatever they want. Like, this cannot continue. Rangers need to find a way to sort this out. This cannot continue. It's impossible. You know, we spoke about there about the point.
All right, Jim. I'll cut across short, but I've been joined by your Jim. All right, Jim.
How are we doing? Good evening. Can I speak to the cheerleader, please?
What one is it? Who do you want to speak
Aye.
to?
By the way, I think we know who the cheerleader is, and I want your honest opinion, cheerleader. Where is the progress came for you in this squad and in this team? Where's the progress came for you? Or where is it?
Who are you talking to?
Oh, no, you know it's no you.
Oh, it's me? You talking to me?
Aye, you're the cheerleader. You're his cheerleader. By the way, tell me, where is the progress came for you in this team? I've heard you trumpeting him, by the way, for about the last 2-3 weeks, how he's the greatest thing that's going to happen, this is going to happen. No, you're the man.
No, I never said he's the greatest thing that's ever been. I never said that. I just say the guy's trying to do a particular job for the club.
Where is he doing? Where is the progress? Where is the progress, Kempy? You can't answer it.
I can answer it if you let me answer it.
Well, go for it then.
The progress is coming as young players he's brought into the team. You look at some of these young players, and they're talented young boys. We've just not got a full squad yet to pick for you. We've not got as I said earlier on, a core of the team. But hey, the manager will get sacked eventually. All managers do, no matter what team they're with, all managers get sacked eventually, and eventually it will come down on him as well. So it's just a matter of time before he gets sacked. But I'm just saying.
Right, I'm going to leave one more video, and I'll try to get back on tomorrow night. Just see, hopefully it's a positive result. Thanks very much for tuning in. I hope I didn't bore you too much tonight, but thank you very much for tuning in. Right, I'm going to head. I'll see you all later. Hell.